10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the joinDOTA League Season 7. We have Game 2 between Team.GO and SCARYFACEZ going to be on the way, and, well, Game 1 lasted 13 minutes. I guess 14 minutes, you gotta round up, but, yeah, it was not a good game for Go. You can't even point to one thing that went wrong. Oh, there's gonna be a Techies pick, by the way, just calling right now. You can't really point to one thing that went wrong for Go. I think their lane, the Naga Siren pick was definitely a really weak one. Mid lane just got outlaned, pure and simple. Top lane was doing fine. If it had another non-Naga Siren hero supporting, they could have gotten even more done, and the Gyrocopter would have actually been able to fight back decently. But yeah, the bottom lane of dual Wind Ranger Siren up against Luna Wyvern, not going to be what you want. So yeah, Team.GO's draft is not exactly going to be helping them out, but at the same time, they just got outplayed across the board, so they're gonna have to look to shake things up a little bit, maybe start cheesing or something like that. But again, SCARYFACEZ, they have been known to pick techies on occasion in real games, and well, after that last game, maybe they feel it's going to be just a little bit better to you know, mess around a little bit. I'm hoping for, because I always do love myself some techies, guys. I'm Mike Lower's going to be your only caster for today. There's no D2L bet. Yeah, there's been a little miscommunication, but hey, we signed up for this game. We're going to cast these games for you guys. But I think also Game 1 kind of showed why there was none of that. But that's fine. That's fine, because SCARYFACEZ actually do have their Lina first pick. We have a Huskar being banned out. That type of thing is really what Team.GO should be looking for right now. If they go right back into the we're just going to play what we're comfortable with, that's not going to work, since last time they tried to do what they're comfortable with and it clearly didn't work. But they got to shake things up, and Huskar is like such a all or nothing hero. Sometimes he just wins the game, sometimes he just does absolutely nothing, and sometimes you just got to take that coin flip. You just got to go in and, you know, hope that it's going to be enough, but it's not going to be enough this time, because Huskar was killed before the game even started. Infinite magic resistance won't help you here, Huskar. Team.GO to take a Gyrocopter and Earthshaker. Looks like they want to do something very similar to last game. This time with a Shaker, but it's not really that different from what from the game plan of what they had in the last game. Now we have a Clockwork here for SCARYFACEZ. Yeah, they're looking to fight. I mean, SCARYFACEZ already took the first game and they just fought with it the entire time. So Clockwork, Lina, these are, you know, maybe not necessarily Queen of Pain levels of fighting, but still, Clockwork can get the job done. I wouldn't be surprised if they just run Luna back. Honestly, like, Luna was under no pressure the entire time. Did she die? No, it was the Bounty Hunter that died early on. Yeah, she was fine. Yeah, SCARYFACEZ, they could play this slow if they want to, but after the last game, there's no reason to play it slow. If you know that you can get away with a fast win, then do that and save everyone time. Because that's just a nice thing to do. But yeah, we'll see how deep in the aggressive pool SCARYFACEZ want to go. Now the Clockwork, the Darkseer is not going to be in consideration for them, but still the Winter Wyvern as potential setup for this Lina. Still they, Anti-Mage, I mean, it would have been okay, I guess, for Team.GO, but I don't really like banning out the Anti-Mage, because right now you also will have to probably ban out Storm, or else SCARYFACEZ are going to pick it. Or I guess they could grab it, Team.GO with Storm. I don't know. I mean, their mid lane got screwed over so badly that I don't want to take... If I was Go, I wouldn't want to take any chances with the lanes. Like, Lina versus Storm Spirit is pretty heavily slanted towards the Lina, and if you add a Storm Spirit to that, yeah, you may be able to get some initiation, but you will also just be completely shafted in the laning stage. You have TA, which actually is making it look a little bit more like the Storm pick from Go. But SCARYFACEZ, they just sat on the mid lane last game. Queen of Pain, Bounty Hunter versus Lina. It's probably just going to be the same exact thing this time. Whatever, man. We'll see what they want to go for. It seems like Team.GO, they just want to go for the vanilla picks, and that is just not going to be good enough, I think. They have to, again, shake things up. Like, this is where you want to pick up an Ursa or something. Or, like, yeah, one of those types of heroes. But SCARYFACEZ, what do they want to go for? They have their off lane already. Lina most likely going to be going towards the mid lane. And Team.GO actually grabbed Winter Wyvern. I'm going to take a page out of the SCARYFACEZ book. It's a very similar, actually, kind of opening to what SCARYFACEZ had last time. You have no Luna just yet, but you have the defensive heroes, Winter Wyvern and the Shaker. Just played as support, or Shaker maybe going towards that off lane, although where's the Clockwork? Not too sure about that. With the Fissure, with the slow from the burn, and with Rocket Barrage, they could actually get some kills. It'll be tough getting kills in this Clockwork for sure, but hey, it's a possibility that wasn't exactly there in the last game because it's running, bad dual lanes. Hard to get kills with that. Still, remember guys, I called techies pretty much when the game started. It's happening. Happening 4th pick. Right here we're going to have a techie's face pop up. There's no way that I'm wrong. 0% chance. But outside of that techie's pick, SCARYFACEZ, I don't know if they necessarily want to run a Luna again this time. There's a lot more CC here for Go. Dazzle and what's face Nagasar, not that much to fear. They don't really need a super early BKB on the Luna, but this time you might have to. But even then, like Winter Wyvern kind of screws you over. Hell, everyone on Team.GO have BKB piercing tools. It's not really great fun for the Luna if they want to go for that again. Alternatively, they could just go off the rails and just get Night Stalker or something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen that hero. It's a possibility, I suppose. And there's really nothing that is truly demanding because of how convincingly they took game 1. Maybe they're just going to want to do something pretty similar. Again, like heroes like Bristleback, Dragon Knight. Take those heroes and then just try to push down towers. But if they just go for lane supremacy, it seems like with their latent skill, SCARYFACEZ will be able to win lanes even in slightly unfavorable matchups. That's the dream, right? You always want to be winning your lane. Win lane, win game. They're taking a lot of time, actually. This is something I did not expect to happen. Dazzle. And it's going to be a Dazzle for them. So it seems like Dazzle was hired by the Dire. Wyvern and Earthshaker were hired by the Radiant. And they can't switch sides. But that's fine. I mean, Dazzle's going to be Dazzle, and if you grave the person who's cursed, that's the ideal scenario. But I'm not really seeing a huge amount of need for Dazzle in this game. The burst from Go is, okay, but it's not super terrifying. I think I would have rather liked to see SCARYFACEZ sit on that Dazzle pick for a little while longer. I guess you may have to fear the Dazzle pick from Go, but if they do grab Dazzle and Wyvern, you just grab an AA and you'll be fine. Like, that just completely crushes those two heroes. I think, waiting for the Dazzle a little while, 4th pick, 5th pick, would have been a little bit better for SCARYFACEZ, but grabbing it right now, it's, the effectiveness of this pick remains to be seen, really. They will have the defensive power, and they will ideally try to keep their heroes safe versus this Gyrocopter early on. Though really, that wasn't much of a problem. State's Earthshaker, I think you would call that he beat the Gyrocopter in lane, just 1v2, 2v1, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty easy for him. But SCARYFACEZ is going with a lot more of a defensive strategy than I really thought. Like, these heroes are all extremely, extremely safe. I guess it's not like a defensive strategy necessarily. It's just when you have the last game happening the way it was, it's very easy to just go in for all the aggression and try to end the game early. Team.GO, what do they want? They should be looking for a mid lane. They need some sort of solution for this Lina. The Templar Assassin was banned out. It's going to be a Queen of Pain. Okay, well, we're just going to have the same exact game as last time, except the teams are going to switch sides. Seems fine. Seems fine, man. Queen of Pain for Go, and that's a pretty safe one. They did get their faces kicked in with Lina versus the Queen of Pain. There's D2L logo. This game didn't open. Yeah, I know. Game may not be open on D2L, but still, gonna give them some love, let you guys know that they're out there. That's what it's all about. Ember Spirit's going to be the pick for SCARYFACEZ right now, so this is definitely going to be a little bit more of a slower start. Ember Spirit can do a lot in the early mid-game stages, but he rarely finds himself with the opportunities to do so. Really does need a support hero to actually enable that early on, and it's the potential is certainly there. But whether or not that's actually going to happen, it's a different question entirely. They may want to put the Ember Spirit over in the mid lane, perhaps. It doesn't really seem super likely up against the Queen of Pain Shaker combination. Seems a little bit too dangerous, but Ember Spirit can go ham in this game. Oh no.
Dire team ban.
So wrong, guys. By the way, I was wrong anyway, because I said Techie's going to be picked 4th, and clearly that's not going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. But yeah, Techie's banned out, and SCARYFACEZ, I'm sure, are pretty sad at this point. But yeah, Ember Spirit, and they could just grab, you know, any generic support hero. Rubik is banned out.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, ideally you would like range in your support heroes, but any hero that enables Ember Spirit to get in a little bit closer is something that they want to be picking up right now. And in that regard, there's pretty much limitless possibilities. You can even go for Vengeful Spirit if they want to.
10 seconds.
I do think Vengeful Spirit's actually pretty sick with Ember Spirit. Get the minus armor, get the sleight of fist. Although I guess if you're going to be doing that, then you probably don't want Ember Spirit, you want a Clinks. So Vengeful Spirit Clinks, new meta, maybe. Visage is the pick for Go. Looks like they're going to shove the Earthshaker up to that top lane, put the Visage Wyvern comp with the Gyrocopter. Normally, Visage Wyvern not going to be a super strong combination just because you have to fill the Soul Assumption bar very quickly for Visage to be an effective hero, and which Wyvern is very low damage. We have a Gyrocopter in the lane that gets to be a possibility, but really the strength of this lane here for Go, if it is going to be Visage, Wyvern, and Gyro, is the fact that they have 3 range heroes. And SCARYFACEZ, they already have 2 melee heroes. They may just get out-poked in the lane. That's always a possibility. So it's something that SCARYFACEZ will potentially have to consider, as they do have a CM as actually. I actually like this pick a bit. First of all, Lina CM, you get the lore victory right there. So Flavor Win definitely goes to SCARYFACEZ. Pretty much most of what Dota is about, picking up a flavorful drink. But Crystal Maiden's aura is usually, well, let's just put it this way: you want to have heroes who are very mana hungry to use that aura. Lina is maybe one of the most mana hungry heroes in the game. The more mana you have, the more pain you can dish out. Clockwork, not super mana hungry, although he does typically tend to run a little bit dry when he does spam out his cogs a lot. But getting infinite heals on the Dazzle, getting Ramses, who's just able to spam out his shield as well, and the lanes get a lot more dangerous. So I actually do like this CM pick quite a bit. As far as it being punished by the Go side, they don't really have heroes like Bounty Hunter. I mean, Queen of Pain is, I guess, a hero that can very easily assassinate the Queen of Pain, but usually she'll need to, stick onto her with the Sonic Wave, or because just the Blink Scream isn't going to kill her off most of the time. So if your Crystal Maiden is occupying the Queen of Pain's time that much, that's fine for SCARYFACEZ. That's pretty much what they want. We'll see if Go are able to pull this one together. Shaker's wearing a crown. What the hell is this? Why is he wearing a samurai hat? That makes no sense. Hell? Shaker's not the hero that I would associate with that. I would expect a Juggernaut to be wearing something like that, but it is going to be wild going and playing a Shaker for the Team.GO side. We've got ETA on the Queen of Pain. Probably going up against Lina, probably wants some revenge. Dancing Dragon is going to be playing a dragon. Oh, flavor. Guys, the flavor of this game is insane. I don't actually know who has the better flavor drafts. Dancing Dragon on the Wyvern, or SCARYFACEZ with the 2 sisters. Venuki is going to be playing the Gyrocopter, and Sedge is on the Visage. By the way, type 1 if you think Team.GO have won the flavor draft, and type 2 if you think SCARYFACEZ have won it. For SCARYFACEZ, by the way, State's going to be playing the Clockwork, Shadowy camping out in the mid lane as the CM right now. We got Augrzok playing the sister Lina. Up towards top, it's going to be Eknart on the Dazzle. Ramses is going to be playing the Ember Spirit, and they should be able to lock down this Earthshaker pretty hard. Shaker is, as we saw in the last game, not going to be getting a ton of CS, not going to be getting a ton of farm in these lanes. And, Dazzle is a hero that will just keep the Shaker at arm's length. That pretty much was the plan for Go in the last game. But now you have an Ember Spirit, and Ember Spirit is good up against Earthshaker just because it's melee versus melee, and there's Searing Chains. This is a thing. This is something that does exist. If the Earthshaker gets caught by that, he's going to take a lot of damage, and will be forced to just regen it out, in which case, well, he'll slowly run out of regen, or he'll have to throw a fissure, in which case he's going to run out of mana. And if he doesn't have either of those two, then he may just die, just because Ember Spirit does do enough damage. Down towards bottom lane, State, well, he's not going to have a fantastic time. As I said, 3 range heroes going up against this Clockwork, and it's going to be a little bit of a messy situation for State, but yeah, they're not really keeping him super far out of experience range. They're starting their pulls kind of early, so State is going to work with a kind of limited supply of experience.
You've been burned.
But of course, the mid lane is probably going to be where the kill happens. I'm just going to completely miss it. And it's going to be Lina versus the Queen of Pain. We saw this in the last game. We saw that Queen of Pain got a lot of help from the Bounty Hunter from SCARYFACEZ, and it ended up going very heavily towards the Queen of Pain. this time, it doesn't seem like ETA is going to get that much help from her allies. Yeah, you could maybe rotate a Visage in, but Visage is really slow, 285 movement speed. Soul Summon has pretty large range, but actually getting a kill onto Aegis, it's kind of different there. So Lina is definitely going to be in a little bit of a better situation inherently in this game, and we did see Aegis firmly outlane ETA in the last game, so I expect this to be pretty even, as you would expect a normal Lina versus Queen of Pain lane to be. Pretty much no exceptions. Should be a rather vanilla lane there. Maybe someone's gonna get careless, maybe they'll get hit with an LSA or something and they'll die, or, you know, get one too many creep shots or something like that. But across the board, it seems like the lanes should be a lot more even than the last game. State is always going to be in this constant state of trouble. He does have his cogs, which will be used. Force back Venuki once, but already the Arctic Burn is there, getting body blocked potentially a little bit. He's going to get chilled as well. That's going to be first blood. State's going to die. That's going to be drawn by Venuki. And already Go have so much more than they had in the last game. Oh, wait. I forgot. Is anyone... Still haven't actually heard the Rick and Morty pack. I was hoping that one of these guys would have it, but they don't. What a shame. Either way, first blood for Go, and this bottom lane is not going to be super fun times. We also have a lot of heroes converging on mid. Yeah, Dancing Dragon can't really do too much there, so yeah, I don't really know if that's really what you want to be doing. Even if you do walk in for the Arctic Burn, Lina's now level 4, has CM right around the corner, although Wild is on the hunt with a double damage rune. Again, there's not much Shaker can do here. We have a smoke up from Queen of Pain, and she wants to actually wrap around and try to get on top of ETA. And that's also not going to work. Shadowy now going to pretty much swap places with the Shaker, but they need to Crystal Maiden in the mid lane right now because there's the Fissure and the Scream of Pain. Aegis going to throw the LSA, will miss. And this Lina's now in an awkward position, gets stunned one more time, and a big double damage hit from the Shaker, going to kill her off. Now Shadowy's going to walk in. Way too late to save the Lina. Shadowy, what are you doing? 101, a pop from Wild, and that's going to be a clean 2 kill on the mid lane for Go. So the first gank on the Lina, that was pretty much unavoidable. You get completely walled off, you miss your LSA. That's, you know, whatever. You die, shit happens. Crystal Maiden walking in through the double damage Shaker, that was completely avoidable. And no, speaking of unavoidable, down towards bottom lane, State's gonna die to a Soul Assumption. 4-0 now for Go. And SCARYFACEZ, they're just getting outlaned. This is supposed to be the plan for Go in the first game, right? This is supposed to be... or their game plan in the first game was, we're just going to take the lane super safe with the ability to get these kills, and it's going to be fine. Up towards top now, Wild in a little bit of trouble out of the shield, runs dry. Ram's taking tower shots. He's going to land the chains, gets Grave, and he will get the kill on Wild. No bottle coming out to him just yet, but he has a salve, so which is fine. Kill on the Shaker, that's a much needed one, and over towards mid. ETA also got his face smashed in, almost dying. Not really sure what happened there, but yeah, Lina, not enough damage. Blink at probably like 30 HP or something like that, yeah. Not fun times for the Queen of Pain now, but still she got a kill on this Lina. The lane is a lot more even because Go, even though they have made their rotation on this mid lane, it was the Shaker who's in the off lane, and that really costed them a lot of farm space there. And they're not constantly sitting on this Lina, which is what SCARYFACEZ did in the last game. That's how you really need to get a Queen of Pain ahead of this Lina in such a way that she will be able to dominate the Lina by herself. Because right now, even though you get a kill, the Lina versus Queen of Pain matchup is still rather even. And not only that, the Lina also has the CM aura. So in what ordinarily would be a pretty even lane is going to be even slightly more pushed towards the Lina side. Up, down towards bottom lane. State is going to be in a little trouble. Once again, puts up his cog, but there's so many dragons here. He's going to run down river. Soul Assumption's going to land. That's the salve up. He wants to live, but the hell is that? Gyrocopter from downtown did not see that bullet in the air. Yeah, got the flat cannon kill from a very long distance, getting the 3rd kill on this Clockwork. This Clock is just not having a good time. So many range heroes, and always it seems like the Clockwork is getting jumped. He doesn't have any vision in this area. There's a Sentry Ward there. Not sure if he took out an Observer of the Dire side, but Clockwork should at this point be playing a lot more cautiously than he is. You can see he's going for a Rocket Flare build, which is, I think, the proper build. Oh, mid lane, which I think the proper build for if you do have a CM on your team, and if you also are in such a dire lane situation. No pun intended, because dire. But yes, State should be playing a lot more further back. I don't really know why he isn't. Over towards mid. Blink though, under Aegis, he has an LSA, but a Sonic Wave will cut right through. He's going to stick up, try to put a little bit of damage to the EA, but that's not going to be enough. And Lina will die. Team.GO making rotations in this game. They're reinforcing the mid lane. They're putting the Shaker in patrol between mid and top, which is usually what the Shaker is going to be doing, but not for an off lane Shaker. This is costing them the lockdown potential on this Ember Spirit. They have really no one contesting this Ember's farm. He's getting everything that he could possibly want. But if you're trading that for kills on the Lina, kills on the Clockwork, then for Go, you should be super happy about that. Because they're winning 2 of these lanes right now, and they're not just winning them a little bit. They're winning them by quite a lot now that they're getting all these kills. Supports are getting their experience at a decent clip, at least a much better clip, and now we have Shadowy again, going into a Hornet's Nest. He's going to grab the Haste Rune. I guess he denied it to his enemies. He's going to try to actually run away. Is he really going to get out of here? Not enough damage, as Shadowy is going to slip away. He's going to actually turn things around. Well, he's flirting with death right now. Arctic Burn is a pretty dangerous tool, and Shadowy is actually going to get a little more regen. And there's the Laguna Blade. That'll kill off the Wyvern, and Shadowy with Tango is going to get back up to, well, near full. The lucky Haste Rune there, I guess Invis would have also done it, but I could have sworn that they had enough damage. Crystal Maiden, level 3, so tanky. Beat down to the bottom lane, State's in a little bit of trouble right now. Grave is going to connect, another Soul Assumption, no mana, 17 HP, he's really gonna live. Second time in this series, we've seen Dazzle coming in like a freaking superhero and save the bottom lane. State's gonna be just fine, but I don't really know if he could stick around. One Tango is not enough to get him back into fit fighting shape, so he'll fall back right now with 6-2. SCARYFACEZ get a kill for the Lina right now. And Ember Spirit, he's still farming it up. Again, he is running up against absolutely no resistance, which is pretty much the exact same thing that happened in the first game. It was just Ramses as Luna versus occasionally Wind Ranger, but really the only confrontation was Luna killing the Wind Ranger, so that's pretty good for Ramses, I suppose. Ember Spirit does need a lot of farm, however, so SCARYFACEZ, if they're even drawing even on these bottom 2 lanes, which isn't what's happening, but even if that's the case, yeah, it's still going to be SCARYFACEZ needing a little bit more time, whereas for Go, they're making all the right rotations. They have Venuki getting a good amount of farm. He has 2 kills to his name already. Shaker, he has Soul Ring completed, and now it's time to look for that Blink Dagger. We'll see how fast he can actually grab it. The more rotations he makes in this Lina, I feel like the better that will be. But every time he rotates out, this top lane starts to get pushed. Ramses, fortunately for the Ghost side, does not have a Remove Aquila, which is not really a super common build on the Ember Spirit. Anyway, down towards bottom lane, State in a little bit of trouble once again. Grave, not in time. They actually try to go for the kill on Venuki instead, but Eknart, he doesn't have enough damage to actually do this. Yeah, I don't know if that was the right decision there from Eknart. Maybe just thought the Clockwork was fine with the heal, but definitely not enough. We do have rotation. Lina looking for some revenge on the Shaker. He has no mana for a fissure. If he uses Soul Ring, he might... Well, okay, never mind. He'll just get Laguna Bladed. Now, Ogdoc really wants to get this tower. LSA can land it to ETA, but Manning fighting this Queen of Pain with Sonic Wave, not a good idea. Sonic Wave will be thrown. Here comes the Ember Spirit. Chains onto ETA. Can't blink out. Will go down. Now the Splinter Blast. That will not get the kill. Still bottling up. LSA going to be thrown. Will miss. Another set of chains. The shield still burning. Dancing Dragon will get the kill. Will still burn to the shield, but will that be enough? There's not enough mana for another chains, but Ramses will get the kill nonetheless as the Embrace does wear out. Shaker can return to this top lane, just looking for this tower deny, and should be able to get it as well. Whole bunch of kills being traded. Lina trading her life for Queen of Pain. That is what you want to have happen if you're scared, because if your Lina dies, oh, Ember Spirit wants in. He's not going to get the tower denied. Now Wild gets an Echo Slam off. Ramses going to take a lot of damage. Fissure will connect. Ramses thought he was going to be there in time to get the tower die. Instead, ends up just suiciding himself. Yeah, it's bad times for this top lane of SCARYFACEZ. A couple of good plays, but then you have plays like that. And his Clockwork. He's finally getting a little bit of time for this bottom lane, but only level 6 at this point. He needs a lot more farm if he's going to start kicking into gear. Mostly because he's gone for a Rocket Flare build. It's never the build that you want to go for, because once you hit level 6, you're suddenly not super online yet. Need more points in Battery Assault if you're going to be getting these kills. The heroes in Go are very fragile, susceptible to Battery Assault for sure, but I need a little bit more than that. ETA, oh, he's going to blink out from this Lina. That could have been really messy. But Augrzok wants more. Familiar's going to cut off his escape, looking blind around the corner for Sedge, but now Augrzok is completely stuck. Yeah, the Familiar is just going to shred him. Now the Arctic Burn. Augrzok way too far in. You know, you only make these types of plays if you know that you are... If you know that you are a better player than the enemies. But yeah, that was a 1v3 and Lina should not have been there. Bad place to be. I guess fortunately for SCARYFACEZ, they had a hero up on top lane getting a free solo kill. Ember Spirit versus Shaker. And again, it's a melee hero, Shaker versus the Ember Spirit. It's not good times for Shaker. Super clunky hero and not much you could do against this Ember Spirit. You know, the only situation where you find yourself in a good position is when the Ember Spirit suicides into your Echo Slam. So if you could keep doing that, that'll be great for Go, but not really sure if that's in the cards. Take a look at the CM right again. She's kind of been a little bit quiet, just jungling it up. Level 6 right now, CM, is she gonna go for Freezing Field? I don't really know if she should. I do like just getting a whole lot of Nova. I feel like just the burst damage is pretty sweet. Nova's actually a ridiculous skill if you read it. And also, I mean, maybe you even want to go Frostbite. All these other skills in CM are so good, but no, it's gonna be Freezing Field. Yeah, I'm not really sure how long that's gonna land. Up against familiars, up against just the sheer burst damage of Go. It seems like they have more than enough damage to kill the CM if she starts channeling. But hey, yeah, that's sometimes what CM does. She's a potentially very high damage hero, but never really gets to that stage because of how much experience she needs, because of how good all of her skills are. This is why CM's stat growth is shit. Like, this is terrible, because her skills are so powerful. She's just going to keep farming it up. 10-6 right now in SCARYFACEZ. I brought this game back to an even game, even though State has not really been having a super great time. With a couple kills that they've been getting, slightly better farm with a couple more of their heroes, and they are getting slightly more in these lanes. And, well, it's Crystal Maiden to get popped over in the mid lane. I'm just apparently, like, sleeping or something. I don't really know what's happening with me. Apparently I'm drunk or high or something. Maybe someone slipped me some sort of drug. I don't know. I'm just not on the ball, so my apologies, guys. You guys have to put up with me for just a little while longer, but we do have Auguslock teleporting into this bottom lane. Was completely spotted by a Radiant Observer. How cautiously are they going to play, however? It seems like SCARYFACEZ is going to rotate yet another hero in, and they actually do have a hook shot, where it's going to be thrown completely botched, and now Auguslock's in a little bit of trouble. Double ultimates on him. That's a very dead Lina. And another missile even hitting onto State. Splinter Blast going to connect as well. Cogs are up. CM's right around the corner, but she's not actually helping out. She's trying to D-ward. Throws a Frostbite, throws a Nova. That's not enough. Now she's got to run as well. Here comes Ramses, however. He's looking to clean up. That's a two-man chain. That's the death of the Gyrocopter. Dancing Dragon also completely dead right now as he's going to get chased down. Slashed to bits. Double kill for Ramses. It's not exactly the trade that you want to be making at SCARYFACEZ, but you know what? You know what? It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. You know, like this. If they were losing the tower in the mid lane, that would be a way it could be worse. They may end up holding onto this tower. Dazzle's going to come right in, and yeah, he should be enough to hold it. But I guess getting the kills funneled into the Ember Spirit is not too bad. But yeah, Lina's got to calm down. Auguslock had a great game in the last game, but this is game 2. This is a completely new game, and this is not a game where Lina can just go ham like that. She doesn't have the mobility to get in and get out of those situations. Oh, Ramses. Okay, he's just looking for a stack right now. He's gonna get out of there. He'll be just fine. But I do like how SCARYFACEZ are, you know, still trying to play aggressively. This isn't necessarily the game for them to be playing aggressively, but you know, sometimes you just gotta make the enemies a little bit scared. If you could prevent the enemies from stacking their jungle, that in and of itself is a pretty sizable win. Since heroes like Gyrocopter, they really don't need the jungle farm, but they really would like it. He's 5-1-1, he has enough kills to be completely fine without getting a super stack of creeps, but we do have Sedge in a little bit of rough position right now. He's going to try to run through the trees, not going to be enough. And the Cog actually block off the rest of the team. Calldown is going to connect onto only Eknard. They have Shaker intercepting Auguslock right now with the familiars. They'll take down Lina. Sonic Wave into Eknard as well, get the second kill. And State, he's on the run. We have Shadowy rotating in from the south, but yeah, that's just a pincer move from Go. They catch SCARYFACEZ in between a rock and a hard place. They have so many more heroes. Where is this Ember Spirit, actually? He's, well, rejoining them on the bottom lane. A little bit too late for that. Go do not have their Echo Slam, do not have their Sonic Wave, nor do they have their Call Down. They do have the Curse, however, but I don't really know if that's going to be enough for them to actually hold on to this, because here comes the invisible Ember Spirit. This is like Darkseer shenanigans right now. He's just burning them all down. Shadow's going to get cursed up, but no damage follow-up. There's a Queen of Pain jump in, but a huge Sleight of Fist from Ramses is going to instantly kill off the Winter Wyvern. Now going towards Vanuki. Messes up his final remnants, though, and now he's out of mana. Another Sleight of Fist, not going to do it. Ramses doesn't have quite enough. They end up trading the CM for the Winter Wyvern, which is, I suppose, not too bad for SCARYFACEZ, but yeah, Team.GO, they're actually getting quite a bit in this game because SCARYFACEZ are playing this way too aggressively. I said before I like how they're playing kind of aggressively, but yeah, this is a step too much. Ramses was doing a lot of damage, though. He has 3,000 gold. That should be a Battle Fury for him. I don't really see a reason why you would go for anything else, but it seems like SCARYFACEZ, whenever there's a fight, there's like 1, 2 SCARYFACEZ heroes and like 4 Go heroes, and you guys could do the math. You guys could figure out who should have the edge there. If SCARYFACEZ actually had the numbers advantage for these fights, they would probably be winning them, or at least drawing even. But instead, they're just getting completely blindsided, and they might just get jumped by this Earthshaker. He does have his Blink Dagger after that previous mid-lane skirmish, but he's not gonna use it just yet. He's spotted with it, by the way. Final minutes of the Observer Ward. Final seconds, rather. So they do know more or less where Wild is. They have Ember Spirit closing in. Wild gonna blow smoke. Hook shot in. Gonna get right into Dancing Dragon. Now Wild's in a little bit of trouble. He's cut off. He has Visual's gonna connect onto 2. State is actually sitting in the tower. He'll try to go for Dancing Dragon. With Dazzle there, State should be fine for a little while longer. But here comes the Gyrocopter. Right into the back. Shadowy is gonna drop. It's a 1-for-1 so far. The clock teleports out. Courier also taking some hits, but will escape. The Dazzle though not as lucky. And for SCARYFACEZ, they missed their essential tool. You need Augurlock in those types of fights. Ramsey's gonna get chased down, actually does land some chains. Looking to dodge Sonic Wave, which is now up online. Will be held. Soul Assumption will get the kill anyway, don't even need it. It's so weird to be seeing SCARYFACEZ, like, they go so aggressive with this Lina, and then when they actually make a team aggressive play, well, okay, she'll blow up the Visage, now gonna try to man fight ETA, but another Sonic Wave is gonna cut through Augurlock, has a double damage and doing a lot of damage, but not quite enough. Is ultimately gonna trade her own life for the Visage. So yeah, SCARYFACEZ, they're not on the same wavelength. Like, this is, I think, very clearly an instance of miscommunication. We have Augurlock, who clearly just wants to be an aggressive player. He wants to be going in, getting kills pretty much non-stop. But then you have the rest of SCARYFACEZ who are just not on board with that. They don't know when this Lina is going to be going in. She should have been in that smoke gank. If you actually do have that, the Shaker who's caught out right here, he's dead in an instant. Then you actually do have some sort of response from the Gyrocopter who's coming around from the side. In the meantime, you know, Clockwork, Dazzle are doing their own thing in the tower, but the Lina not being there is not a fight that SCARYFACEZ should have taken. Either you have the Lina there, and you just go full all in, or you sit back, wait for the Lina to get the Eul Scepter, and you don't go for that smoke gank. Going for that middle ground, not really great. Now State's in a little bit of trouble right now. He doesn't have a Dazzle coming in just yet, a little bit too late. Curse into Shadow, he's gonna do a minor amount of damage, but man, the Clockwork just got obliterated. They weave up 3, but you know, to what end? Ember Spirit is nowhere close. Again, he's up toward the top playing games with Queen of Pain, but they do get Eul Scepter onto the Gyrocopter. Damage combo was there, but Echo Slam's gonna connect onto 2. Wild's gonna cancel all of them. With a 3-man Vigil plus a Splinter Blast, they're gonna kill off the Lina, then look towards Shadowy. Arctic Burn's gonna get the kill there, and Eknar's completely walled off. This should be a 3 kill here for Go, as SCARYFACEZ get wiped from the face of the earth. Up towards top lane, no, Queen of Pain, yeah, she arrived down towards bottom. It's just a minor amount of farm for Ramses. And SCARYFACEZ again, just never with enough heroes. Blink Dagger on Earthshaker, use your entire combo on the Gyrocopter, who at this point is just so big. This game, it seems like Go have it pretty much on lockdown. They're going to take this tower, and I guess they still might have to worry about this Ember Spirit, who is drawing closer and closer to his Battle Fury, but really no one else on SCARYFACEZ is doing that hot. Like, Lina's died 8 times at this point, and many of those were avoidable. In fact, I would say the majority of those were avoidable, but instead they find themselves in a really awkward position where Go are starting to get objectives after getting these kills. They're being doubled up, and SCARYFACEZ with their play style, if they don't change something, if they don't actually, you know, lock down their play, they're just going to lose. Like, if they keep playing like this, there's 0% chance they win. They have to play as a team. They actually need all their heroes at one spot when they're ready to fight, and that clearly has not just been what's happening. Ember Spirit getting into a little bit of scuffle, he'll be fine to get out of there. Has the Battle Fury now completed. But Go with the Blink Dagger, with the mech coming up in the Visage, with the Eul Scepter on Queen of Pain. They're ready to keep on going. That Brand is going to run into Venuki right now. Shield's going to hold for a little while longer. It's a haste rune as well, but it's a missile coming into him. Maybe he's going to try to draw them in. Oh, there Go. They're not going to bite. This time, SCARYFACEZ, they do have the numbers. They will be ready to fight if need be. I think, was this Lina spotted? I'm not sure. She might just be in vision range. It is still daytime. I think she was spotted. While this is happening, it's State to try to get a little bit of farm down towards his bottom lane. Here's one TP. It's ETA. This TP is spotted in. He has a Eul Scepter, though, if he really wants to. If another TP came in, they probably could have gotten the kill on the Clockwork, actually. A little bit risky going into a Clockwork with Blade Mail as Queen of Pain. Since he puts up his Blade Mail, you can't really do anything against him. Take a couple hits there. Up towards top, it's Sedge in a little bit of trouble once again. Familiar Drop's going to save him for a little while longer, as will the Fissure. Augurlock, though, will just Laguna Blade and then get the hell out of there. Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker still available, but there's not enough range. So it's a nice in and out kill for SCARYFACEZ. I feel like all those kills are happening on the Visage. Gravekeeper's Cloak is actually really good versus Lina, but up against Ember Spirit, not as much so. That's 13-24 right now in favor of Go, and they're still looking for these opportunities. In fact, they might find themselves one with Venuki. He's gonna get Freezing Fields, hook shot in, Cogs are there as well, nothing to cancel it. And Shadow just lets go all over the Gyrocopter. That's a pretty nice kill for them. And at the same time, bottom lane, Augurlock can get the jump onto ETA. No Laguna Blade, however, so no chance for kill. Though ETA is gonna jump right over Augurlock. Did he not see that? I feel like you should be in vision range there, but, you know, whatever. Over towards mid lane, there's a fight happening. Ramsey's gonna get hit with the curse. Not taking that much damage, however. Another Sleight of Fist. Big damage with double damage rune. And the Soul Assumption will be absorbed by Stape. That actually is Blade Mailed. And Blink forward, they're gonna go for Shadow instead. Familiar's gonna shred him a new one, but Ramsey with the DD rune is doing so much damage right now. In fact, double the damage, dare I say. Another Sleight of Fist, that'll kill off the Winter Wyvern. ETA's gotta just get out of there. Another Sleight of Fist would have killed him off. Ramsey's a freaking artillery cannon right now. Looking for another one, we'll go blind, we'll miss. But while that's happening, the mid lane tower is actually dropping, and SCARYFACEZ, with their small skirmish squads, are actually catching Go at points where Go don't have as many heroes there. In all these past couple of fights, like if the Gyrocopter was in this fight before, it would have been all of Go there, and they would have been very easily able to cancel out the freezing field, kill the clockwork, kill the CM. But Go separate for just a little while longer, and while that happens, all hell breaks loose. SCARYFACEZ go off with this Ember Spirit. They apply pressure to the Queen of Pain. They get the kill on the Gyrocopter with just a clockwork and a CM. And these heroes are, you know, again, CM especially, heroes that can do a lot of damage if there is no proper answer. Clockwork as well with maxed out Battery Assault. This does a hell of a lot of damage. With the Blade Mail up as well, if you Rocket Barrage, you're taking a shit ton of damage if you're Gyrocopter. Really have to be careful. I don't think Go have fallen into the trap of where they think that they're a lot more ahead than they think they are. They just have to be diligent about where they put their heroes. Because you can drop a couple of kills at this point if you're Go, and you should still be in an okay position, but yeah, with the farm SCARYFACEZ have been getting, they're actually drawing up this game in a pretty efficient manner. Yuki's going to clear out some Ancients, but that's not really going to be a ton for him. Towards top, we have a little bit of a standoff right now. I think it really just is this Ember Spirit, though. He's been getting the farm. He's been getting the kills. Though he's died 2 times, not really enough pressure to make him scared in this game. With the Battle Fury, his farm rate is going to be super explosive. Can you catch an Eul Scepter onto ETA? He dodges actually the Fissure. Blink forward though, Wild can jump right, has the Echo Slam. Aug's not going to take 2 ultis and will go down. Here comes State though, hook shot way off the mark. Kind of uncharacteristic from State. They're going to chase forward, looking for more anyway. The Familiars are right overhead, though. Shadow's got to back off, but here comes the Ember Spirit. He'll cut down the Queen of Pain. Now going to burn down Dancing Dragon with the shield, which will not be popped off, and he will get a double kill off of it. Now it's on to Sedge, who got the kill on the Crystal Maiden, which is all well and good, but he doesn't have a TP, so he's completely dead here. The only question is who's going to get the kill. Looks like it should be the Ember Spirit, and it will be. It's a triple kill for Ramses, and Go end up losing 4 of their heroes. Venuki is nowhere to be seen. Actually looked like a decent fight there. At least a decent start for SCARYFACEZ, or for a Go rather. They kill out the Lina really quickly, but unable to disengage fast enough. The Winter's Curses have also been kind of lackluster. Ramses is running around for the most part in this game without an answer, and Winter's Curse should be the answer for him. It is the best answer that Go have. It comes out almost instantly, if not instantly. The Shaker's, you know, potentially a secondary answer, but already used all of his combo versus Lina. Obviously not going to be happening. SCARYFACEZ actually find a decent fight up on this top lane, and here the experience of the team starts to show. Even with the completely botched hook shot, even with starting the fight off without their Lina, they're still able to make something happen. Granted, it is a 4v4 fight by the time that all starts out, but still, Go without their ultimates and all that. But yeah, maybe Go just over-committing to this Lina, and or not getting fast enough after having committed. They're going to look for a little more, though. Lina has a Shadow Blade, looking to keep up this aggression. Dragon Slave, I don't think was spotted by Dancing Dragon. He's going to fly right over the trees, and he will not see anything. It's actually going to be pretty bad for him because Wild's in a little bit of trouble right now. He gets hit with the Eul Scepter. He's just dead. He needs to blink out like right now. Oh, and I'll say he's dead. Poor cow. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure if he killed off that last creep, he would just blinked out closer to his base and it would be fine, but a little bit too slow there. Now SCARYFACEZ, they're gonna just charge up the top lane. Yeah, all 5 heroes. This push is gonna get cancelled really quickly from Go. If they actually do retreat the old-fashioned way, they may be running into a couple heroes right now, though. Go, they're going to retreat really responsibly. We got ETA hiding in the trees. May blink into an invisible Lina. Don't move, ETA. Don't move, okay. He's gonna move down to the south. She'll be fine. Be fine. Nobody panic. Everything is fine. 27-21 though, and this game is now looking a little bit better for SCARYFACEZ. They have crit on the Ember Spirit after Blink Battle Fury. This is a disgusting amount of damage for this Ember. He's also going to steal the Gyrocopter stack, but running into this army of heroes from Go, not exactly something the Gyrocopter is interested in doing just yet. Needs the Lina here at the very least, needs Clockwork there, ideally if they want to take a Cecil fight. Up towards top, Familiars. Ooh, is this going to die? Oh no, it's not. It's going to land just in time, but Aug's actually fine. Sedge. Gonna throw some spells here and there. Again, Gravekeeper's Cloak will hold on though. Ram's gonna jump right in. Hook shot in onto Sedge. He's embraced up, but there's call down zoning out safe for the rest of his team. Sedge is in a little bit of a bad position right now, but Sonic Wave cuts through. In the meantime, they'll kill off the Visage rather in trade for the Clockwork. Eknart now getting toyed with ETM, and here comes Ramses. Looking right in, this Echo Slammer responsible as Shadowy. He's in the low ground, freezing field, and no one's actually there to cancel it. Familiar's gonna get there way too late. Augur's also coming in from the side. That's a 4 kill with SCARYFACEZ. They also see Wild with another Yule Scepter. They have another LSA. There it is. No Familiar stomp just yet. LSA is gonna connect him. Wild will drop. One Familiar will also die. Second one, well, Augur's could have gotten that one as well, but will decide to back off instead. It'll be Shadowy to draw the kill somehow from the low ground. It's a 5 for 3 in favor of SCARYFACEZ because of freezing field. What a ridiculous skill. What level is a CM anyway? She's level 14. It's a level 2 freezing field. If you have no one to cancel it, you are going to get your face smashed in. And if this position is where Shadowy finds himself, where he is on the low ground versus everyone else is on the high ground, they can't actually hit her. Hell, I don't even know if they could see her. That's just all over for them. Like, Shadowy gets an ultimate channel for that long and you're just completely screwed from Go. No questions asked. That was even a pretty good start there for Go. Landing a 2-man or a pretty nice funneled Sonic Wave there. Having Clockwork hookshot into a Visage and pretty much trade his life for it. That's where you want to be as Go, but once that freezing field starts channeling, it's just it just gets way too messy. CM level 14 with the start of a Glimmer Cape, with the start of a BKB, yet with neither completed. She could look towards pretty much anything she wants right now. Okay, no, this is a little bit too much. This is something that SCARYFACEZ would probably like to avoid. They're going to get walled off on this Dazzle. He has no PP, he has a Grave to waste time, but it's just going to do that. Gotta land that Poison Touch. Looking for the Yule Scepter kill. Alright, ETA, alright. I like it. I like it. Sometimes you just gotta send a message. Yule Scepter does do 50 damage, and Ember Spirit, he's up on top lane. He should have a jump out, but he's gonna get chain stunned really well. Missile's gonna connect as well, and he's gonna drop. Okay. Well, that's a little bit too much. Okay, this is the problem that I was describing earlier, where a team gets ahead and they think they're way too far ahead, and they do stuff like that. Gotta respect that stun. Nuki's gonna run to Lina right now. A lot of damage from the Laguna Blade, but Yule Scepter is there from ETA. Oh no. Augur's gonna Yule himself for some reason. That's not good. He's gonna hit with the Sonic Wave. Stun from across the corner as the Earthshaker blink forward. LSA is gonna connect, but it's not gonna be enough. And just like that, Go claimed 3 free kills all in a row. They also see a very weak state. Someone's pinging him out. Yeah, we do have Shaker coming in. The Enchant Totem ready. Fissure's going to, oh, just not be in range. That was close. But close is not good enough. Towards top, Go are going to try to push this tower already very weak. It's fortifiable, but with I don't see Shadowy getting a good freezing field here. Just way too many heroes, way too much burst. He's going to try to go for it anyway, really? No, he's going to jump out, okay. It's like, you're going to walk into that as CM. Good luck, bro. But yeah, SCARYFACEZ, yeah, getting a little bit too comfortable with how this game stays progressing. Dancing Chickens gonna walk right past CM, not know about it, but over towards mid we got Wild going up against State. Here comes Shadow with the Nova, Frostbite available as well. This cow's not going anywhere. Again, the Sheikah is gonna die in the mid lane. This game has been so entertaining. Like, it's been messy as hell because there's been 50 kills in 30 minutes. And by 50 kills I mean 60 kills because math is hard. But yeah, I'm okay with chaotic games like this. It's entertaining as hell. We can also see, like, all the mistakes, all the small mistakes are a lot easier to see as well. Lina's gonna charge up her Fiery Soul, then charge forward. Fortunately, not go in the right direction, so you can't find the Visage. Blink Dagger, Shadow Blade, Yule Scepter, double Blink Dagger for SCARYFACEZ. Yet they keep on getting caught out for some reason. I don't know how that is. Not supposed to be happening at any rate. This game is still very even. After the last couple of kills, Aegis is being picked up by the Queen of Pain. Got Gyrocopter with the BK and Augur's. Oh, gonna find an angle onto Sedge. Laguna Blade is there. A couple more right clicks, blinking forward to dodge the familiars. We'll get that kill. Now go Shadow Blade and get out of there. And that's the plan that Augur's had in the last time when she was trying to go for the Gyrocopter kill. And killing off Visage perhaps a little bit easier, but in the meantime, we do have Ramses looking for someone. I think they know where Sleeping Dragon is. Yellow, chain him down. We got 4 staffed out. He should be just fine. Sentry's freaking everywhere here for Go, even at the same spot, which is less than ideal. But oh, they actually do have Shadowy sitting in an invis area. He's gonna land the Frostbite onto Banuki right now. Call down is gonna zone out absolutely everyone. Double missiles will connect only to Eknart, however. Hook shot forward, getting miss, and it should just not be that. Eknart would like a little bit more time to get his weave up to get more shadow waves, and Ember Spirit's gonna fire his artillery all the while. Really have to be careful about their positioning though. Like just there for that split second, there was a 5-man Echo Slam available. Ogrezock, oh, gotta dance around these sentry wards. He's gonna get out of there. We have a SCARYFACEZ. This is not the type of area where they want to take this fight. Super close quarters. This is where Queen of Pain, Winter Wyvern, Gyrocopter, and Earthshaker all become nuts. CM gets a lot better in this type of area, as does Ember Spirit, but Go get a lot. They get a lot better, a lot faster than SCARYFACEZ in these tight quarters. SCARYFACEZ want to take a much more run-and-gun fight, have the healing and Groove the Dazzle, keep heroes alive while Ramses pokes and prods and slowly draws Go down. They group up in a 5-man clump. It's just all over for SCARYFACEZ. Smoke can easily be broken by Ogrezock. He'll blink out of there after seeing it. The smoke should not get anything for Go. And it looks like they'll head in the wrong direction anyway. We have both teams kind of positioning themselves for Roshan. Ember Spirit should have some sort of way to get back into this mid lane. I don't see it. Okay, it's not quite there yet. And try to go for these familiars. That's also not going to work. Roshan is a little bit difficult for both sides. There is a medallion on the Visage. Shadowy's going to be spotted right now, but really the fear here... Oh, Dire's Courier dying. Okay, got killed off by, I suppose, the familiars. Very nice pick up there for Go. And the Daedalus is getting picked up before that, so I guess it could be worse. Oh, Laguna Blade off to the side. They're going to catch ETA, but not enough damage. Here comes CM. Going to start letting it go. Will it be enough? Will it kill out the Queen of Pain? Will trade her own life for it? BKB's popping the Gyrocopter right now. Eknar's going to get dropped super low by everyone. And Ramsey's not able to help out just yet. Another Sleight of Fist can help out. Not quite enough. Again, Wild getting embraced one more time. He's stuck in the cogs, however, so I don't know if he can escape this, especially with Ember Spirit jumping up. But with a 3v5 in their hands, Go, they still want to fight, and SCARYFACEZ is probably a little more hesitant. Ramsey's at full HP right now, and Ogrezock has not a lot of mana. They're going to jump forward looking for Sedge, however, LSA is going to miss, and the Familiar is still overhead. She goes Invis, tries to run away, but will get dropped on the retreat. Now State in a lot of trouble as well. Soul Central will drop him low. They'll be able to walk away. Ramsey's still really the only one who's comfortable with fighting here. But Go, they've been really diligent about getting this detection, and Dancing Dragon, the mid game Winter Wyvern, starting to show why he is actually, you know, a relevant hero in this game. Because early on, he did quite a bit of work. A little bit later, that's really where Winter Wyvern starts to step up. If you could save your hero for just a couple more seconds, make the SCARYFACEZ side ignore that one person, because there's no point in trying to focus him, or overcommit if you're the CM and try to freezing field him down, then that's just, that's not where you want to be as SCARYFACEZ. So, obviously that was not the cleanest initiation, finding an opportunity on the high ground, getting again brickwalled by the Winter Wyvern. Now the Glimmer Cape as well, it's going to be a lot harder for Lina to get those types of assassination kills. 36 to 29 right now, and SCARYFACEZ is working with a lot of damage. They just have to avoid the burst of Go. Go's damage output, it's not quite there yet. Gyrocopter's gone for a very tanky, very stat-heavy build. On Yasha, Lifesteal, BKB, it's all fine, but it's not exactly going to be landing the hurting anytime soon. Ooh, Familiar gonna drop. That's bad times for the Sidge, who doesn't have another resummon. Does he actually have any Familiars? I don't see any on the minimap, so Visage looks like he's gonna be Familiar-less for a couple minutes. Couple seconds rather. But both sides, they definitely want to protect this Roshan as much as possible. It is really dangerous for Go to go towards this Roche pit. Oh, Wilds? No, he'll be fine. Mostly because you could blink up here as CM, or I guess anywhere on this cliff, and then just start freezing field. And if Shaker has already used his Fissure, then, and the Visage Familiars aren't immediately in place, then you just get completely boned by freezing field and there's nothing you can do about it. That type of position is where CM wants to be. No. Lina's gonna get dropped in the bottom lane. Of course I choose the wrong point in time to drink water. Got the Gem of Truce and the Queen of Pain, so Shadowblade and Lina far from effective, and top lane, Randy's getting quite with Sedge, but here comes the Shaker. He doesn't have enough mana for a Slam, but he won't even need it. They kill off the Ember Spirit super easily, and SCARYFACEZ again getting into this rut where they think they're super ahead. Now they're going to run to Venuki right now. Okay, this is probably a little more avoidable. So he's going to put the cogs, he should be fine. He actually gets the double bump back, but here comes Wild, looking to wall him off. No, he's holding up the vision for a little while longer. Will finally throw up, but Clockwork gets hookshot out to his ally if he actually wants to use it. He's going to completely botch it though. State again missing the hookshot, and now Shadow is going to arrive. He puts up Cog. State is going to get cursed up though. Eknart is now forced to sit and hit his ally, and they're both going to get stunned up by the Shaker again. They're both also going to die. 40 to 29 here as Venuki takes both those kills. At the same time, CM actually runs up to ETA. Doesn't have enough mana to actually use Freezing Field. Also, the Shadow Strike canceling the Blink Dagger. Another Shadow Strike being applied, and the Fissure going to connect. Shadowy has nowhere to run right now. She's no mana either. I don't really see this Queen of Crystal Maiden getting out of it, because ETA is going to blink forward one more time. Another Scream in 1 second. That'll get... No, not the kill just yet. So, okay, a little bit while longer perhaps, but there it is. She'll get the kill eventually. Across the board, everyone dies in SCARYFACEZ, and just like that, go right in to the Roshan pit and start clearing that one up. This is SCARYFACEZ just getting super over aggressive with their heroes. Like, they're all pretty farmed and they all can do a lot, but not when they're in like 1v3s, 1v2s. That's just not where you want to be, and then they just have no answer afterwards. Like, what the hell is this? What are you doing? What? I didn't expect... I wasn't even looking there because no one is supposed to be here. Okay, the first game that Augrzok had, it was pretty good. And I don't think anyone is going to deny that. She just steamrolled her lane, she got ahead with Queen of Pain, and then just killed everybody. This time, she was never really super far ahead. 10, 13, and 5. She's been suiciding so often. And this is really why SCARYFACEZ are now in this position right now, because they essentially don't have a Lina. Randy's also going to hit with the stun. Secondary stun, not quite there, so he will be able to jump out once. Also, Graves right behind him, but Wild's going to jump right forward. Doesn't have mana for an Echo Slam, will instead decide to enchant Totem, will miss. As Ramsey does get the high ground state, also the Blade Mail, trying to buy a little space. Everyone will survive that engagement, although Randy still kind of wants to go, and I don't really know if he should. Yeah, having no Lina, definitely not where you want to be. Always getting picked off. It's just a careless play. Like, there's aggressive and then there's careless. I think the Lina has, at this point, crossed that threshold into careless territory. Really need to be a little bit more cautious when you're going in for these fights, because if you go in like she has been, that Laguna Blade is not going to be upgraded Aghanimed anytime soon. And up against the Visage, you really do need that pure damage, because Gravekeeper's Cloak, it gives you magic resistance and armor. Pure damage doesn't care about either of those two things. Not only that, but the Winter Wyvern also with that Glimmer Cape is going to be looking to save his allies, her allies, Winter Wyvern's allies, whatever gender pronoun you want to use, save her allies with Glimmer Cape, and again, pure damage doesn't care about that. She needs this upgrade so badly. She's gone for these aggressive pick-off items, and she's been getting, 15 kind of pick-offs. That's just not good enough, because she's died so many times. Every single time she's gotten a kill, she's pretty much died shortly after. So Go with the Aegis now in tow, with the Butterfly completing on the Gyrocopter. Now he's finally doing some damage. They just brute force pretty much all the tier 2s left. Go haven't really been taking a ton of objectives over the course of this game, but now it's going to be so easy for them to do so. They do have all their ultimates up, minus a resummon as familiars. But you know what, that's fine. They don't really need double familiars, just need one. And if they get a single fissure to land onto Ramses, they definitely do have enough to burst him down. Hookshot in, connecting to the Gyrocopter right now, trying to force out the KB, force out the call down instead. And Nuki's going to be fine back off. He's going to get embraced, and the push can continue. With the Aegis, I don't think Go really want to stop until some of these buildings are dead. Familiars, they'll get away as well. Perhaps it will be better for Go if they go to the top and bottom lane and try to take these tier 2s. They actually are on the hunt for Alina. Not quite going to find her. Gem's still being held by this Queen of Pain. SCARYFACEZ, their high ground defense is actually pretty intimidating. They have the clearing necessary with the flare, with the Sleight of Fist. Hell, let's be honest, you only need the Sleight of Fist at this point. Kind of hard to get these pickoffs unless you actually get the jump on the Ember Spirit right now. Needs a Fissure, not going to happen. Instant jump out, he will be just fine. This is where you really want to have a Sheep Stick on ETA. Unfortunately, not enough farm for that one, and not enough time to actually grab a Sheep Stick while the Aegis is still active. Looks like they're just going to work with what they got right now. This is where Earthshaker gets to be a lot worse as a hero. You have fewer openings. In fact, there's only like, well, you can see all the openings. You gotta blink over, you gotta fully commit for a fight. If he blinks and Echo Slams the Ember Spirit, there's gonna be a grave, so that's not really a viable way to go. Sleight of Fist, again, cutting through everyone. Familiars, gonna get dropped. ETA is gonna get with a Frostbite. Any opening here? Big hit from the Daedalus Ember Spirit. But this Queen of Pain has the Aegis, so again, she doesn't really care. Even if she dies, not a terribly huge deal. It'll back off. Looks like the Lina had her hands full in this top lane, split pushing that one out as much as possible, and looks like Go will probably not end up using this Aegis, which is completely fine for them. Like, they're okay getting this Gyrocopter a little more farm, getting a Sheep Stick on the Queen of Pain. They will have to respect this Ember Spirit in the late game. There's definitely potential enough for the Ember Spirit to get, nuts out of control if he gets, say, a Demon Edge and to another Daedalus. Yeah, things can get really dangerous. The burst damage from this hero can get insane. If they keep their eyes open if they actually do get Winter's Curse on him, or an ally right next to him, then he's just gonna die, and there's really no way around that. 42-29 right now. SCARYFACEZ had a lead in this game. A decent one as well, but just like that, Go have reclaimed it. Game is still far from over, guys. Even though it seems like with this kill score, Go are super far ahead. Can't really underestimate the burst power of SCARYFACEZ right now. They have a hook shot on a super low cooldown, which for State seems like it's going to be better in this game than others, simply because he's been missing so much. Crystal Maiden still has a Blink Dagger, Glimmer Cape, so she could start channeling an invisible freezing field. Doesn't have a ton of mana, because CM, even though, well, she has a spell that costs 600 mana, doesn't have enough. Oh, this is not a good move from State. That is awfully bold. Forces out a TP, so he won't get punished this time, but that's how you die. Like, if you shot someone in their tier 3 tower, it's a great way to force TPs, I suppose, but it's also a great way to overcommit. Yeah, the CM really needs to pick up some sort of intelligence item, or a energy booster, anything along those lines. Seems like the Ogre Club's still in her inventory. BKB is going to be what she wants to go for. But yeah, if you get like a point booster or a Mystic Staff with the intention of eventually building it into an Aghanim Scepter, it's not the best item on Crystal Maiden, but at the very least it increases her mana pool, because she is so desperately in need of mana right now. Max mana, rather. Her mana regeneration is actually pretty good for a hero who doesn't have any mana regeneration items. Oh, Blink in again from Clockwork. And Shadowy's here with the freezing field. Sedge is going to get ground down by the CM. Pulled hard back, but while that's happening, Lina is gonna get picked off again. Okay, I don't think that was an issue of Lina being too over-aggressive, it was just Lina in the bad place at the bad time. The 1-for-1 trade, SCARYFACEZ need their Lina a lot more than Go need their Visage. Especially since Familiars are still alive and kicking. They have another Stomp right now, so it will be pretty much fully effective Visage Familiars as well. But it seems like SCARYFACEZ just want to go for this anyway. Yeah, I don't really know if they should. They should just all get out. Now with a 2-man Echo Slam, Sonic Wave will miss the Clockwork, but annihilate the CM. And now State, he's completely trapped in his own cogs. He'll force staff out, but Wild's waiting for him. Hookshot's gonna connect, but it's not gonna do jack. Queen of Pain gets 2 kills. SCARYFACEZ again. Stop, guys. This is like painful at a certain point. I don't care who wins, but if you make so many plays like that, it's like, how many times does that have to happen for you to say, okay, enough is enough, let's just all fall back as a team and do things as a full 5-man squad? Seems like that would have happened at some point, but I guess not. MKB actually for Ramses. Looking to lock down this Solar Crest from the Visage, as well as the Butterfly from the Gyrocopter. Not the item he really wants to go for. Ember Spirit never really wants to go for MKB, nor does he want to go for a BKB. But hey, in a pinch, it works out. He is, at this point, the majority of damage from the Ember Spirit, simply because Lina's always dying. He would be a good amount of damage, in theory. Maybe gonna go towards Venuki right now, and he's still in a free-handed LSA. Yule Scepter will not work. And charge forward, it sees Dancing Dragon. If he Yules the Winter Whipper, that'll work out, but no, Elsa is gonna, so now he's gonna get cursed up. Lina needs to Yules herself at this point, way too late, she's gonna die. And Ektar's gonna get body blocked by Creeps, has a Glimmer Cape, Shadowy's right around the corner as well. Where's the gem? Where's the Queen of Pain? She is in the area, not willing to go for it. They do both blink forward, actually going for Dancing Dragon. Freezing Field is there, Shadowy has to cancel prematurely though. Sonic Wave cuts through the CM, Ektar forced to grave himself. And Ramses is still ready to fight, land 2 heroes in State, has no hook shot, can look forward for the battery assault. Has another hook shot in 2 seconds, he's glimmered as well, but there's a sentry in the deck. Wild looking for an angle right now. He's going to catch a 2-man fissure right now, blinking forward, no Echo Slam just yet, but the Chainstone is there to kill off the Ember Spirit. Now they're on to State, and he does have Azure behind him. Grave is available. Will it actually work out? Well, there's the Graves, though doesn't really seem like he has much room to go. Is he gonna go up to the high ground? But he's still spotted. He hook shots to the Ancients, gets killed by said Ancients, and the Dazzle dies as well. This is a game of throws. Like, seriously, Lina has died so many times of playing super over-aggressive, and Go have just been getting handed silver platter kills, which is what I call kills that you don't have to work for, they just kind of come to you. There's only CM with the buyback right now, and even though Ember Spirit is an absolute beast at this point, by himself, he's not enough, because if Wild just does this, there's nothing that Ramses can do. You either have to blink out, in which case you're not doing anything, or you have to Remnant out, in which case you're down 1 Remnant and you're still not doing anything. So if he gets with the Fissure, he's not instantly dead, but yeah, I don't see what he could do here. Maybe if he gets a lucky crit, he gets a kill on his Queen of Pain. But now Lina alive Go, even though they have been getting the kills and Lina have been locking out Lina the entire time, have to respect that Aghanim Scepter. They will fall back, happy with their bounties.
Dire's bottom
What is it
barracks
actually
are
going to
under
lead
attack.
for them? It's a triple familiar here for Sedge. We have, yeah, it's Sheepstick being worked on by the Queen of Pain. 5600 on Gyrocopter. He could start looking towards Satanic, and at that point, I'm not even sure if SCARYFACEZ can kill him anymore. They actually have to perfectly chain him, and that's really, really hard with only Alina having true stuns that will actually cancel him from popping BKB and Satanic. There it is. With another 2,000 gold in the bank, easy gold. And the Sheepstick is complete on the Queen of Pain. With 2,500 on the Wyvern, Shaker has a soul booster, most likely looking for that Octarine core. Dancing Dragon, oh, he's gonna run to Lina right now. Shaker needs to get here pretty quickly. Dancing Dragon will force staff out, embrace, not in time, and then blink out, but right into a Shaker. Fissure's gonna cancel her TP. Enchant Totem, big hit. Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave will catch State as he also does come in. He doesn't get the blade up either. He's gonna get ground down by the Gyrocopter. Here comes the Ember Spear, but he's got to get away immediately. As Sedge is looking for Eknart right now. He has already used the curse, the slow on the Ember, I think. Yeah, Grave Chew was used on him, but that didn't really do anything. But still, it's 2 for 1 for Go, and they don't really need their Winter Ribbon at this point. Because Vanuki already has, already has his sustain with a Satanic, and he's not taking that much damage anyway because he has so much armor and evasion. Power's gonna drop, and now hit again, poke up the high ground. Not with the full commitment, this isn't going to be their goal, but if they do see Ramses, or if they see Ramses use Sleight of Fist, Blink is Sheepstick and Ramses is just dead. That's exactly what Go want. If they get that, they take Raxes, most likely they win the game. BT has got to watch out for that. Blinks blindly up. He's going to catch the Hex onto Ramses, but there's no follow-up angle here. They're going to go for Shadowy instead. He's unleashing a full-on freezing field, doing a lot of damage to Vanuki right now with the Satanic. She won't actually get this kill, and now Vanuki's going to get right back up to fightable amounts of HP. Bottom is also dying to the familiars in the meantime. ETA does jump out. Vanuki's still super healthy right now. Ramses not having to fear the Blink Hex just yet. Blink forward for a Frostbite from Shadowy. As Blink Echo Slam. That's on Shadowy. He's gonna get graved up, however. They really want the CM dead. I don't really know if it's worth it because she already used her freezing field. They're not even gonna get her just yet. Wild's gonna fall short in the damage department. Ember Spear is still cutting through the creep wave. Wild now. It's gonna get poked down slowly but surely, but bottom lane range racks already dropped now from the back line. It's State. He's caught Vanuki right now. Doesn't have enough lives for that. He's gonna drop, and they also catch his head. He's gonna get locked down by the chains. He's gonna die as well. Tier 3 tower dies, bottom range racks dies as the end result. For the Gyrocopter, for the Visage, I guess SCARYFACEZ kind of hold, but this is getting to be a desperate game for them. Like, slowly but surely, they're actually just losing territory. And yeah, the territory that they're losing right now isn't really the most impactful. Like, they can get away with losing some of these towers, not really too big of a deal. But, oh no, why are you still doing this, Ogrezock? This hasn't really been working out for him. Maybe it's gonna work out this time. Seems like it is, as even if she does catch the Shaker with her combo, I don't know if she has enough damage to actually get this kill. With the Virus Soul damage, it may be enough, just with the right clicks following, but this is a tanky Shaker right now. He has the Octarine Core, which is, you know, not really a super common item on Shaker because it costs so freaking much. But at the very worst, it's a soul booster. And getting that lifesteal, it's nice, but you really want to get it spell reduction. Yeah, cooldown reduction rather. Gonna look to go in. Fissure's gonna connect onto 3. Roshan should be cleared anyway. I don't think Go are gonna be looking for any $1 million Echo Slams today. You have the rest of the team kind of coming in though, but with no Gyrocopter, it's a tough sell. Ramsey's now on double life. And it looks like everyone will back off safe and sound. Yeah, the Shaker is gonna be a pretty devastating force. But what should be next? Are we gonna think about Aghanim Scepter, just go full on caster? Shiva's Guard looks like it's gonna be picked up on the Queen of Pain. Seems like there's a pretty high chance of that. Or if it's an Assault Cuirass, I don't mind that either. You're gonna look towards breaching the high ground. Assault Cuirass is definitely better than Shiva's Guard. Gotta get that minus armor, man. You gotta get that minus armor. Yes, Satanic Gyro died to the Clockwork because he already used Satanic. That CM's ultimate, though, did a lot of damage. How much damage does it actually do? 250 a pop? It's hard to really see how much damage it does, because, like, the Novas that it makes are ice explosions. You can't really see them. That's a lot. It's a lot of 250 damage chunks, and that does add up really quickly. It seems like Go, even though they know that the Ember Spear has double life, they're not really super scared right now. Ogrezock gonna think about going for Sedge. LSA, Laguna Blade's available, hookshot there as well. Familiars, no time to save him. And they actually can farm up these familiars, but it seems like they instead want to go for someone else. They're gonna back off into Vanuki as well as Wild. State's completely spotted right now. Shadow Blade for the Shaker, and they'll catch State. He's gonna get hexed up, stun 1 from the enchanted totem figures there, as well as the Familiars force himself down to the low ground for the Shaker and Queen of Pain have their blinks, and State's gonna get obliterated. That's gonna be a very easy clockwork kill, trading pretty well for that Visage. Meantime, SCARYFACEZ is gonna try to get a little bit more farm, touch a farm here, touch a farm there. Maybe these, giving away the clockwork to buy yourself a couple minutes is gonna be worth it, but it doesn't seem like that's super likely. Oh man, this game is just so weird. So many weird things going on right now. Like, this is getting to be the super late game stage. This is worth 3,800 gold in your Winter Wyvern, and the fact that you have a Winter Wyvern, it's gonna be really nice for Go. The later the game goes, the better Winter Wyvern gets, because Archer Curse does, or Winter's Curse rather, does more than just a 3.5 second disable. It actually kills off the enemy because they attack each other with so much damage. If you land that, it's yeah, pretty good situation to be in. Queen of Pain is also not going for a full cast build. If this is going to be an AC, I do like it if Queen of Pains don't go full caster and just try to transition a little more into damage. Makes it so your threats are a little bit more varied. You can get a full damage Queen of Pain or a Soul Crash, Shiva's Guard, you know, that mixed kind of hybrid build. Even Shaker, you could go for a lot more items after this. He has Travels to pick up, he has a Silver Edge to potentially grab. I don't really know if it's actually going to be relevant, since really he wants Shadow Blade for mobility more so than for the, what is it called, the attack that you get after it, just the extra damage, the bonus damage. So I don't know if he's going to be breaking anytime soon, but it is a Sange that he could build. That's going to put him at probably 3,000 HP, close to it. Actually, it's like 250 HP for a Sange, right? Something like that, I don't know. Either way, Wild's going to be deceptively tanky. Usually Shaker's like, oh, it's a Shaker, it's a free kill. Not this Shaker, not this Shaker. Visage is also a really good hero to have in the late game as well. Familiars, you can see already, starting their split push. There's 3 of them at this point. They've taken down this top range racks, and if SCARYFACEZ get careless, they will eventually get their mid lane chip down as well. They're not going to lose it to the Visage unless they get super careless, which shouldn't happen. But it'll always force someone from SCARYFACEZ to be on the defensive in one lane at the very least. And that's 0 heroes being committed from Go for 1 hero of SCARYFACEZ. Just numerically, it's a good win for them. They're thinking about going in for another push, however. Aegis is running dry. In fact, it'll be reclaimed really soon. They get a pick off right now. Ember Spirit with double life or not, SCARYFACEZ don't really have, or they didn't really have a great buyback situation. In fact, Lina doesn't have hers. Take a quick look at it. Dire, no. They have 2 buybacks, Clockwork and Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's really the only one that they need to have a buyback with. Everyone else is a little bit more negotiable. If Ramses, again, gets blink hexed, that's Aegis down the tubes, and if he doesn't have the Aegis, if he gets grabbed by Roshan, then yeah, it's not going to look pretty, as once SCARYFACEZ have to buy back on their gyrocopter, then Go just retreat, and then they wait. Or just, yeah, go in again if they really feel like it, but really they are in no rush. They might lose their gyrocopter here, however, chains do not connect. He has Satanic and BKB, Freehand LSA gonna land, Laguna Blade is there as well. He has Satanic right now, they need more stuns, Wild's gonna jump right in. He pops the BKB, pops Satanic and the Black Cannon and everything else. That's gonna be the CM as he charges forward looking for more. He's not gonna have enough though, gonna get kited a little bit, chained down to the deck, and with the damage from the Lina, they will get the kill. Another hookshot into Wild. They'll get this kill as well. ETA going to arrive, perhaps a little bit too late, however, Sonic Wave only into this Lina, however, Dual Scepter will save her for a little while longer. James does land chains, Dual Scepter is going to save the Queen of Pain as the curse onto Augmenstock, not gonna kill her off. The Ember Spirit doesn't have enough damage there. They actually do see Dancing Dragon. Chains can connect onto the Winter Wyvern. Does glimmer himself out. Will he, though? It's actually going to be Sedge is in a lot of trouble because he runs right into Ramsey up with the minus armor. And the Familiar Sedge is a mighty fight right now. Eventually, they cut through him, but these Familiars just driving everyone away, and now ETA is going to jump right back in. Shiva's Guard Blast. They see Eknart. They should have enough to kill him off. They have the Jet still on this Queen of Pain for so long it's there. She just hasn't died yet, and Eknart will eventually go down. Familiar, oh, you'll kill. Style points for ETA. Style points for sure. 57 to 37. And SCARYFACEZ, they get away with their Ember Spirit. That is the crucial thing to take away from. But still, it seems like it's a pretty good fight for both sides. SCARYFACEZ, though, with fewer kills right now, do get slightly more gold. But at what cost? If they bought back with this gyrocopter, they could be taking racks right now. That's just a plain and simple fact, so it's, I guess, lucky for SCARYFACEZ that that's not the case. They're not done yet, man. They are still not done yet. This team still can go either way. This double Daedalus now on the Spirit. He's doing so much damage. If he gets locked down, yeah, it's bad times for him, but if that doesn't happen, he's going to be a devastating force. Augurzock's going to get blink sheeped. Unfortunately, not enough for a Shadow Strike before she gets the high ground, so she does swipe to the high ground. Man, Ramses is critting for 600 casually. There's also the Weave here from Dazzle, plus, of course, the Solar Crest, which will be soon picked up, in theory. Eventually picked up, let's say. It's a little bit safer to say eventually. Then, yeah, the minus armor is going to stack up, and then things get really messy. Augurzock wants in again. I guess with a name like Augurzock, sounds very like Warcraft 3 Orcish. You kind of have to just go fully aggressive. But at the same time, you shouldn't be playing Lina if that's the case. LSA, not going to connect. Gwynethane does duels yourself, but here comes the hook shot. But you're locked down 2 over. Echo Slam onto Augurzock. You're in trouble right now. Lina down, as is her sister, State. Going to try TP out. Missile going to plink him. And that'll kill off State eventually. They should still have the gem. No, it's on the deck, and no one's picking it up, actually. State's going to slip away, at least try to. But a couple more hits. Finucci with a Rocket Barrage, 11 HP. Clockwork really going to survive from that? No, this missile should be lethal. In the meantime, Sedge going to kill off the Dazzle. Ember Spirit's still kicking and kicking pretty hard at that, but he's all alone right now. He's got to bail. The missile, is it going to be enough? Is it level 4? It is. I think that's lethal. Although, with haste. No, run away, State. Oh, get away. I don't know what's happening with the Lina. She's probably dying right now, but this is more interesting. State, run. Run, State, I believe. Oh, so close. And Augurzock, he's PKB'd, but he's cursed and dead. It's a double kill for Finucci, and they only have 1 buyback. Ember Spirit again survives, which is nice. Ember Spirit and Clockwork cannot stop this tide. This mid lane's going to be pushed, bottom lane and top lane both pushing naturally, and Ramses, he needs to get the luckiest of lucky crits and the cleave. They get the hook shot onto Finucci, but a jump forward State is going to get locked down with all 3 familiar stomps. He's not going anywhere anytime soon, and Ramses just can't do enough by himself. That's really the name of the game. Can Ramses do it all by himself? And so far, the answer has kind of been yes. But it's more accurately no, as mid-Raxes are going to die. Bottom Raxes, I think this quick wave should be able to take it down by itself. Gyrocopter's still shooting. Oh, who's this? Wild's going to jump right forward for an Echo Slam to Ember Spirit. Of course, you got the buyback, which isn't really super substantial since Ramses wasn't doing anything anyway. And Raxes have already been taken on 2 lanes. Looking at 3 right now. Finucci, he's going to clear up bottom lane. The rest of the team going to take out top. Mega Creeps are claimed by Go. And they're going to hit Frostbitten. They might lose a couple heroes on the retreat. At this point, I don't think it's going to be good enough. Ramses needs a Divine Rapier. He needs 2 Divine Rapiers at this point. He needs enough burst to instantly kill off allies, or enemies rather. He'll kill off the Gyrocopter, which is nice, but a Sonic Wave will kill him off instead. And that's GG. What an absolute shitfest of a game, guys. Like, 66 to 39, if you have any game that has that type of kill score, it's guaranteed to be freaking chaotic. The game had its mistakes. This was not a clean game, not by any stretch, from either side. But you know what? That's fine. Because, guys, we are going to put an end to the series. It's a tie, as in JDL they always are. How the hell does he have 10 fantasy points? Augurzock was such a careless player in this game. Whatever, I don't care. Guys, I'm Mike Laura. It's been a pleasure casting.